Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's keynote. First and foremost, I do want to apologize for not being able to come on yesterday. It just ended up being a very long day, but I am here today with the same amazing content. We are going to talk about the PR power play, how to get the right people talking about you consistently. I'm excited. If we have not met, my name is Keandra Ward. I am the founder of the KWI Collective. We're a marketing, public relations, media, and funding resource firm based out of Tampa, Florida, but we are worldwide. And you are at my keynote. And this is just me taking a 15 to 20 minutes a day it's a series of 30 episodes. And we are on day 6. We're on episode 6. We are on episode 6. And in these episodes, I am going to talk all things marketing, public relations, media, funding, and even generally life. So today we are on the PR platform. We're talking about PR. Most people think that sometimes public relations is just to get on TV or get a press release. Listen, public relations is more than press releases. It's about strategically shaping the conversation around your brand so that people remember you, but not just remember you, that they refer you. Okay. So we're going to go over 5 key points today that I just want you to think about as you are building your PR and visibility strategy. And this is a power play that I thought about in how do we structure our clients? How do we want to structure our clients, both past and future, and how are we structuring ourselves? Because to be very clear and to give you the story around PR for me, this started with me PRing myself. I worked for a friend of mine who was closing her brand in California because her and her husband wanted to start a family, and she needed some assistance, and she had to let go of her staff. And I said, hey, she asked me, would I come and help with the transition, the buyout for her brand? And I said yes. But as I was seeing the stress she had with doing all the work, I said, hey, teach me. I can learn for myself, and then I can help you in the long run. And that's pretty much how I got here. The first part of how I got here, and then I started doing PR for myself, began to get some features for myself, and that caused some visibility, and it drove clients. And we'll talk about that part on the next PR talk that we have. I'll talk about how I began to actually build out my brand. But some of the things that I looked at, and I am a marketer as well. So a lot of people try to put them together, right? And so PR versus marketing is different. This is key point 1. PR versus marketing is different. Okay. So marketing, yes, it is visibility, but it is visibility that is geared towards driving sales. So it is geared towards driving sales, right? So what happens is you do the marketing, it's geared towards driving sales, and then your sales team or your sales strategy takes over the conversion and locks in the sale, not the marketer, the sales team. That's why you have to have a marketing team, a PR team, a sales team. They all work collectively together. Or if you don't have a team, strategy, right? So what PR does is drives the perception of your brand. Okay. PR drives the perception of your brand. My job is to make sure that the industry and market perceives you just as we say that you are. Okay. The two must work together for brand growth, but they are totally different. So the first thing I want you to think about when it comes to PR is knowing the difference between the two, right? Now, part 2 or point 2 is the influence loop. The more that people hear about you from trusted sources, the more that they see you working, they see your testimonials, they see you showing your level of expertise, the more they trust you and the more they buy from you. That influence loop is what we know as the know, like, and trust. That's what I call the influence loop, the know, like, and trust. Okay. Now, point 3, people always ask, where do I start with PR? First of all, the clarity within your brand, being very clear of who you are, what you do, how you do it, who you serve, and what you want to promote is going to be important. Okay. because you can have a trillion billion services, a trillion billion events, a trillion billion things, but you kind of want to hone it in. And then you want to begin to build relationships, okay? You want to begin to show up and build relationship. So that's where you start, clarity and building relationship. Now, here's the fourth part. I told you we got 5 parts today. This is the hard part for me because I know that when we see ourselves and what we do, we see the value in it. But other people may not, right? The journalists may not. They may not see that value. So you have to be newsworthy. So you have to tie your story into maybe a trending topic, community impact, a unique experience or expertise. Like, be newsworthy. I tell people all the time, well, I tell my clients all the time, just because you love it doesn't mean they do, right? Just because you love it doesn't mean they do. And then structure your PR so that it converts. Use every feature, interview, or mention to drive people to your brand and what you do. Okay. PR builds the reputation and marketing helps to push it. Right. And then sales drives the conversion. You hear that? PR builds the reputation, marketing helps to push it, sales drives the conversions. So we're going to go back over those real quick because I told you guys I'm going to try to make these talks 10 to 15 minutes and I want to stay. I've been like going over almost 20 minutes, but I want to stay into that. So just as a recap, we gave 5 key points that you can start looking at for your PR Power Play pack, right? So you first you need to understand PR versus marketing. You need to understand your influence loop, which is the know, like, and trust factor for your brand. Where to start with PR is building relationships, showing up, showing yourself as an expert in your niche. 4, be newsworthy. You want to tie your story into trending topics, community impact, your unique expertise. And always remember, PR converts. You want to use every feature, interview, or mention to drive people to your brand and what you do. Okay. So listen, when you think about it, PR is more about the relationship building than it is the actual feature. And then you use the relationship to get the feature, to then use the feature to use it in marketing for your sales team to convert. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, right? So it's a circle of trust here that all goes together. And we have to look at it in such a way. What I want you to also understand is that most people come to us as marketers and public relations specialists when they have exhausted all their other options, when we should be the first partaker in the plan of action in the beginning of the brand. We shouldn't be, oh, wait, we've done this for 10 years. It's not working. I want you to come in and flip our brand in 30 days because I only got 30 days worth of funding left, to do what we got to do. We want you to flip it. That is, one, not fair to your business, and it's not fair to building strategy and true connections. Think about you when you meet somebody. Some people you do instantly click, and then in 30 days you feel like you've known each other forever. Y'all talking every day, da da da. Some people, it's not like that. That's not how the relationship is built. You have to think about it the same way. That's why I tell people my marketing is based around what we call relationship marketing. Okay. It is marketing that drives and builds relationship. So I definitely hope that today's keynote has helped you. I want you to remember that influence is driven by how you present yourself and how you show up in the world. You are the expert in what you do. Show them, tell them, show them, tell them, let people know and see that you are the expert. It is time to continue to look at how to successfully build the know, like, and trust factor in your areas of expertise. Yes, that is something that they've said all along in marketing, and it's old. And people say it's old and outdated. It is not old and outdated, because in any sales process, people have to know you. They got to like you and they have to trust you enough to buy. That is never going to change. It is never going to change, right? So I want you guys to think about that. I am excited about day 6. Day 7 is tomorrow. So join me tomorrow for tomorrow's PR Power Play. And actually, I'm sorry, PR Power Play. No, tomorrow. I should do that. I might do a PR Power Play series for tomorrow's keynote. And tomorrow, we're actually going to be in the funding space. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about being bank ready and preparing your business for funding and approval, what that really looks like. Okay. And we'll talk about that process. So always remember, you guys, it is up to you. You set the tone for your day, year, and life. Make it a great one, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you soon.